Hello, I'm Irma Valentinaite and I am lifestyle, success and fulfillment coach. My mission is to positively impact your life. This coaching session is not pre-recorded, it's not 100% polished, it's a live session and it's real me and it's real coaching session. So you can get the real picture of how it is to be working with me. The aim of this session is to introduce you to my freebie, which is called Jumpstart Your Day. There is a workbook in PDF file which you can download by going to my website opt-in page, and this video is a session to explain all the assignments in the workbook and explain what this Jumpstart Your Day free offer is all about. As I told you already, I'm Irma Valentinaite and I started my coaching practice last year. So I'm super excited to introduce myself, my work, and give you a picture on how could I help you with your life. And as I mentioned, my core mission is positively impact everyone's life, as many people as I can. So this is one of my attempts. So let's already jump to the main thing that why you are here. And as you know, the freebie is called Jumpstart Your Day. So this freebie is for those who actually have issues leaving the bed in the morning. Yeah. So you are probably here because you have been laying in bed for some time. You have been in this closed loop for weeks, and you are actually jealous about the people who can just jumpstart their day. So you keep finding yourself awake in the morning, not wanting to sleep anymore, but still choosing to stay in bed. And you secretly admire those people who can just wake up with an alarm and be energetic and look forward for the day. So this session and the workbook is all about how to look forward for the morning, how to look forward for the day, and how to feel inside that, yes, I want to leave my bed because I have better things to do. Now I also want to point out that this freebie, the session and workbook, is not for those who want to become morning people. I'm not a morning person myself, so I don't teach what I don't preach. And I have tried many things to become a morning person, it just didn't happen. So I'm teaching here how to actually wake up when you feel like you had enough sleep. It's time to wake up, it's time to face the day. It's not for people who want to wake up much earlier than they usually do, let's say 5, 6 in the morning. But for those who want to actually stop procrastinating, who want to, instead of scrolling their phone in the morning, who want to wake up and do things that will make their life better. And I have some notes with me to walk you through the workbook. Yes. So let's start right away. So the reason why you are not facing the day, why you are choosing your bed, is not in your bed, it's not in the comfortable blankets, it's not in the cozy room. Yeah, so the secret is in that one thing or more things that you don't want to face. The secret is that there is something in your life you are not happy about. There is something in your life you don't want to face. There is a difficulty, an issue, a challenge that you don't want to face. And that's why your bed feels more safe zone, that you don't need to meet face to face with the monster. And what do I mean by the monster is that one thing or multiple things you are not so happy about in your life. Because if you think about a vacation period, when you are on vacation, do you have difficulties jumping out from bed? Most of us doesn't. So why do you have problems when you are at home? Because there is something you don't want to face. And I'm not saying that as 100% reason, because there can be also depression reason, high anxiety level, stress, health issues. So here I'm not covering people who have diagnosed depression, high severity of anxiety, stress, or other health issues. This coaching session and workbook is for those who do not have these symptoms or have mild symptoms, but they still procrastinate. They choose to stay in bed instead of start jumping their day. So this is for those who really want to gain more energy, who want to understand why they procrastinate, why they stay in bed instead of starting their day. So if we improve our day, we improve our life. And then I designed a workbook for you with exercises and questions you can answer and find out the reason why behind you staying in bed and make a plan how to fix it or how to start working on it. This workbook also has a checklist of 2 pages outlining what you can do. So every time you implement something you can make a check mark, and that means that's done. This workbook is not fixed workbook. It's not A to Z guide where you say step 1, step 2, step 3. No. It will give you an idea how to work with yourself, how to work with your procrastination, how to work with your addiction to your bed, what steps can you take. So, but improvise, pick what is relevant for you, and what is not relevant you can leave out. So this is general workbook and general coaching session. So in the end, if you feel after doing all the exercises, after going through all the questions, after implementing some of the things, or if during the way you have questions, you probably saw that in my opt-in page and my thank you page where you downloaded this PDF file, there is 2 options to book coaching session with me. So there is one option where you can book me for an hour, where we go through deeper your issues, your monsters, and we can walk through your answers and the workbook together, so it will be more personalized. And option 2 is to have 1 hour coaching session with me, as well as 1 month WhatsApp support. So during 1 month, when you implement all these strategies, all these steps, if you have any questions, you can always send me a text note or a voice message, and I will get back to you with my feedback and my observations. So these are 2 options if you want to continue working with me. Now let's go through the workbook and the questions and the assignments in the workbook. So I will explain you what is the reason behind each of the questions. And then when you will go and start working on your self, please don't hurry through the workbook. You really invest time, energy, look deep down, do the work. The only way we can change and improve our lives is by doing the work. And be open-minded. If you will find some questions or exercises which you think are stupid, or you don't think they will help you, still do them. Because you never know what can be useful for you. And again, book a session if you need more help or more collaboration. So why it is important to work on your mornings? Because morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. If you have a good morning, likelihood is that you will have a good day. If you start the day grumpy, angry, frustrated, it will drag through the day, and it will affect the results and outcome of the tasks that you do. So really, your morning determines the quality of your day, and then the quality of your day determines the quality of your life. So let's start by improving the morning. Where do we start? We start from the night before. Yeah? So when you go to bed, what thoughts do you have 30 minutes before you go to bed, before you fall asleep? Our subconscious mind is most active 30 minutes before we sleep and 30 minutes when we wake up. So all the thoughts that we have, all the things that we tell to ourselves, they have a huge impact exactly before we sleep and when we wake up. So if you keep telling to yourself that, oh, I'm not looking forward for morning to come. It will be so terrible again. I will have to drag myself out from bed. So these thoughts are creating the picture in your head that morning is bad, that morning is difficult. And the more you repeat to yourself, our subconscious mind actually registers it as true. Our subconscious mind doesn't see the difference between reality and what is not real. And especially when it's activated more before sleep, it really takes it seriously when you say that you hate your mornings, you don't know how to step out of your bed, you feel tired, you feel not motivated, you are procrastinating. Then your mind will act as it's true and it will make your morning very hard. So what exactly do you tell to yourself the night before you go to sleep? What emotions do you have? What feelings do you attach to your morning? So write down all the thoughts. And then ask yourself, if these thoughts are empowering you in the morning or they are limiting you, are they beneficial to you to have or not? And if not, what new thoughts can you have? And what stops you from actually talking to yourself differently? How do you feel before going to sleep? Do you feel tired? Do you feel angry? Do you feel like life is not fair? What emotions do you have? And where do you think these emotions are coming from? Then the next I think we need to pay attention to is your evening routine. What do you do 2 hours before you go to bed? Do you watch some emotional movie? Do you exercise? Do you work till the last minute? What is your evening routine look like? And are these 2 hours helping you to enjoy your life, to enjoy your evening, or you think that you could improve your evening routine, and how? And would it help you to fall asleep and to look forward for the day? So think about your evening routine, write down if you have any evening routine, and if having different evening routine would help you. I can share with you my evening routine, which is, I think, very simple, but really helps me to reflect on the day, to have time for being instead of doing. In today's world, we are defined as human doings and not human beings, but we are beings, so we should find a time in a day for being. And I'm trying to do that in the evening before I sleep. So I have no screen time, couple of hours before I go to bed. I don't watch TV so much at all. I don't even have TV at home. So the only place I have it is at my boyfriend's place. I also don't eat 3 hours before I sleep. I try to meditate, a very short meditation, 5 minutes, just to slow down. I write a gratitude journal. I read a book, simple book. I like to have a book in my hands, and I put some candles on. So relaxed atmosphere, and it also helps me to look forward for the next day because I know I will have time for being. So think about yourself, about your personality, about your life. What would evening routine look like for you that would make you relaxed, close the day, and have time for being? The The next question I have for you in this workbook is, do you have before and after story? And before story is time of your life where you didn't have this issue with the morning and jump starting your day. Think about periods of time in your life where you didn't have this issue, where you didn't feel the way you feel right now. What was different? Was your relationship different? Was your career different? Was your money situation different? Was your health situation different? Did you have a better body? Did you like yourself more? What are the differences between previous life situation where you didn't have this morning procrastination, and how does your life look like now? And then by describing your before and after story, please find the differences and point out these differences, because these differences make the whole big difference in how you feel in your mornings. And some of the differences will be very easy to pinpoint, and some will be more difficult. So write in more detail until you uncover your monster. And again, I would like to repeat that, what do I mean by monster? So this issue that you don't want to face, and you know that when you wake up, when you step out of bed, the monster will be either in your doorway or in the fridge or in your kitchen, somewhere, or at your workplace, where you just don't want to face it. And this monster keeps you in bed because it's easier to ignore something than to meet face to face. But very often it just looks scary, and after you face the monster, it becomes very small. And what's the best time to kill the monster is while it's still small. So if you have been procrastinating and drowning in your morning, how do you say, where you don't want to get up of your bed, if it's just for a week, a month, the monster is still small. But if it drags out for a year, for a couple of months, the monster becomes really big, and it's very, very difficult to conquer it. Now that you have written your before and after story, I hope you have identified what keeps you in bed. Is it a relationship problem? Is it a health problem? Is it self-esteem problem? Is it economy? What is it? And then describe this monster in as much detail as you can. How, when it appeared, how it looks like, how it feels like, how big is it from scale 1 to 10? 10 being really huge and you don't know how you're going to deal with it. So we need to have this big picture about your monster. Yes, and then after you describe it, please think, what steps can you take today to actually minimize your monster? I don't see that you need to get rid of it right away in one day, but how can you make it smaller? Do you need some help? Who could help you? Do you need an accountability partner? Do you need a friend? Do you need a coach? Do you need a new job? What is it that you need to help yourself? Because the ugly truth is that nobody is coming to save you. You are the only person who can save yourself. And then think, what is the hardest step by getting rid of this monster? What would be the hardest step, and who could help you during the hardest moments? Yes? So far, so good. Then what is the worst case scenario for you if you keep living as you are living right now? So what is the worst case scenarios if you do nothing? How will your life look like after a month, after half a year, after 5 years? And what is the best case scenario? How will your life look if you do something about your morning procrastination? And which of two life scenarios do you prefer? Do you prefer the scenario where you don't need to do anything, or you prefer the scenario where you start doing something? And when you dream about your life, I always say dream big. But when you do something small but every day. Small consistent actions has higher rate of success than if you suddenly write something huge you want to do. You know, so if you say that you want to run marathon, you won't be very successful. But if you say you want to train to run marathon and you train every day, little by little, you have a higher success rate than if you just sign up and start running. The next assignment for you is to make a promise to yourself. Write out your promise to yourself. Because the promises we make and the promises we keep actually increases our self-worth, our self-esteem and confidence. The more confident we feel, the more things we accomplish. And the more things we accomplish, the more confident we feel. So this closed loop increases our action and our self-esteem. So make a promise to yourself about your morning procrastination. What is it that you want to promise to yourself? Do you want to promise to yourself that you will do small steps every day, that you will be consistent, that you will work with your monster? How will you work with your monster? Will you ask for help? Will you do everything for yourself? So make a promise to yourself and keep it every day next to your bed. Then we humans need reasoning. When we do something, we need to know our reason why. What is your reason why you want to change your mornings? What is your reason why that you want to jumpstart your day instead of procrastinating, scrolling your phone in the bed, feeling sorry for yourself, feeling a victim? Because sometimes it's really easier to feel the victim and act as a victim instead of facing your life. So what is your reason why for wanting to change your situation? And how committed are you actually to improving your life? Are you just a little bit committed or more committed? Do you feel motivated? Do you feel really motivated to change your life? And remember that motivation is not something that just comes into your life. Motivation is something you create by doing things. So if you wait in your bed and say, well, I will start doing when I feel motivated, you will never feel motivated. You will never feel like eating salad instead of chocolate. You don't feel like you want to run marathon instead of sitting on a couch, having a coffee and watching a Outlander series, let's say. So motivation is something you create because you know your reason why. The next step is I would like you to list your evening routine and your new evening empowering thoughts. How will you talk to yourself the night before? Please write down these thoughts and read them out loud before you go to bed. Then I want you to have your morning routine, because when you wake up and you know what exactly you have to do then, when you are really motivated to do it. But if you wake up and you have no idea, you have no plan for your day, you don't know where to start, you will just float around, you won't feel the need to wake up and do something. So if you have morning routine, you already improved your life. If you know when you want to wake up, if you know what exactly you are going to do the moment you wake up, if you plan your day, you are already more successful than 80% of the people. And when I say plan your day, it doesn't mean to be a prisoner for your schedule. Plan your day as you want it to have. Plan the day that would make you happy. It doesn't have to be an army plan. So it's flexible, but make it suit your life. If you want to wake up and exercise, do that. But if you want to wake up and have a cold shower and a coffee, do that, plan that. But what's is planned gets executed. So have a plan for your life, for your day and for your morning. Then also have new morning empowering phrases that you will read to yourself. Do you want to work on your self-esteem? What are the phrases that you can tell to yourself to improve it? I also want you to have a list of people, activities and things that will help you to get through your procrastination and get on the other side of jumpstarting your day. Who will be the people you can turn to when you have a hard time? What things can you have? Do you need to have a new alarm clock? Do you need to have a new health plan, what you're going to eat so you get more energy? Do you need to have a coach who will be actually by your side encouraging you and giving you tips and support? Make a list of the things, people and activities you will do when the hard time comes, because every time you make a shift in your life, it's not easy. And the better you are prepared to face the hard times, the higher success rate you will have. My advice also is to plan your day in time boxes. Time boxes are like a box of time where you do different activities. I can give you an example about my day in time boxes. So from Monday to Friday it looks like exactly the same, and from Saturday, Sunday it's different because it's weekend and I like to sleep in. So I wake up at 7, then I do my morning routine. It's priming, Tony Robbins priming. Then I have some time to review my vision board, my task list. I review my day. I put makeup, get ready for work. I'm working from home, but still I want to dress as the person I want to be. Then I have my breakfast and start work. And from 8 to 4 I work. I also plan time for social media when I'm checking what. Then from 4 to 5 it's exercise time, because my job is sitting, so I really like to train. So from 4 to 5 it's exercise time. Then from 6 to 7 is shower and practical things. Then from 7 to 8 is dinner time. And then from 8 to 10 I either work on my coaching practice, I read a book, I have a short yoga exercise, I meditate, read Bible. So these really things that make me happy, I improve my life and help me to become a better person. So how can you plan your day in time boxes? Then I also want you to make a list of the things that excite you, that you can look forward to. So what in the day can you put to be excited about? Is it a nice lunch? Is it a break in your balcony or terrace? Is it exercise routine? What is that thing that will excite you? So make a list about the things that really make you happy. And then how will you know that you succeeded? How will you know that now you are happy about your mornings? How does the success look like for you? So these are all the things that I want you to work on. So start with the night before. Define your thoughts, define your evening routine. Think if you can improve it. Then I want you to work with your monster, your before and after story. Find that thing, that activity, that person, something that keeps you in bed, something that you don't want to face. That elephant in the room you pretend that is not there, but actually it is. What is it? Find it, define it, and make a plan how you will conquer it. Also plan your morning routine. So we have these steps: evening, night before you go to bed, your monster, make a plan to conquer your monster, look in the future, how your morning will look like, and when will you know that you succeeded. Yes. The last thing in my workbook is checklist, 2 pages checklist, which you can choose to do, and I really encourage you to do it. You can also make your own checklist. You know yourself the best. So what is it that you can do? As I mentioned, have evening routine, define evening routine for yourself, have morning routine, have your reason why. Why do you want to improve your life? Why do you want to improve your morning? I want you to have a list of empowering thoughts, and it's best if you write them down with pen and paper and have it at your night desk so you can always see them. The first thing when you wake up and the last thing when you go to sleep. I also want you to have a list of people that will help you when the hard time comes. List of activities that make you happy. Plan the day in advance. If you don't know what you're going to do with your day, you are not feeling motivated to start the day, so plan your day. I also advise to read the book by Mel Robbins, 5-Second Rule. This rule is very simple, but it has been effective for so many people, and if you read the book or follow Mel Robbins, you will see that people all over the world are trying this rule. So the rule goes like that. When you want something, when you want to start doing something, but you procrastinate and feel like not doing, you need to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So if you feel like, oh, I will sleep in a little bit, and you say, no, I have to wake up right now, and then your head you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And it's important to count backwards, because if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you keep counting until 1,000, 5,000. So count backwards, and -1, -2 doesn't count. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And the hardest is just beginning, because when you go and are in a flow, things really start going very well. So I advise you to read Mel Robbins' 5-Second Rule. Then I also tried 5 a.m. club. If you want to try to become a morning person, I mean, it's priceless. It's amazing to wake up early. You are ahead of everybody. You are ahead of yourself. You are ahead of your schedule. I tried it. I loved it. And I tried it for 66 days. So if you want, please read Robin Sharma, 5 a.m. club. And try it out. There are a lot of good advices in there, how you can start your morning routine, how it takes 66 days to get used to it. I actually really moved so far in my coaching practice by doing 5 a.m. club, because I had a lot of time before my corporate job to do this. So I really advise you and suggest you to do it. It's amazing what morning can do for you. The energy, the environment is so different from the daytime. So try it out. Again, have one thing in a day that excites you, that you can look forward to. It can be anything. It can be meeting a friend, your morning coffee, your evening meditation, but plan one thing in a day that excites you. Have healthy habits. If you don't like your body, if you don't like yourself, if you eat crappy food, if you don't exercise, if you hate your image in the mirror, you won't be happy waking up. So plan healthy meals, plan healthy breakfast, plan exercise into your routine. A healthy mind cannot be in unhealthy body. We are connected. Our body and mind is connected. You cannot have a healthy body in unhealthy mind. So take care of your health. Find accountability partner. I really encourage you to find accountability partner or get a coach, and because you will do so much more, you will achieve so much more, because you will feel accountable not only for yourself but for the person that you are working together with. Use visualization practice. Visualize your mornings, visualize your successes, visualize how happy you are in the morning, visualize, see yourself jumping out of bed, see yourself how you will feel when you have jump started your morning, see how happy, energetic you are. As mentioned, our unconscious mind, our subconscious mind, not unconscious mind, doesn't see the difference between imagined and real. So the more you visualize, the more in detail you visualize, your unconscious mind, subconscious mind will, what is with me and unconscious mind? Subconscious mind will help you get it. A very good tip is to brighten up your room. For example, if your room is very dark and very warm, you feel like staying in bed. So the first thing is open up all the curtains. Have a window open. If it's summertime, get some fresh air. Have a glass of water next to your bed. Do some stretching exercises. We all like to stretch when we just wake up and it's so good. Take a glass of water, open a window, feel grateful for the life that you have, for the morning that you have. Also, get enough sleep. It's very important to get enough sleep. Don't deprive yourself from sleep. Because if you have lack of sleep, your mood is deteriorating. You feel different person. I have been having some trouble sleeping the last months and I couldn't recognize myself at one point of time. It's like I was living in somebody else's body. It wasn't me. So get enough good quality sleep. It's so important. Your life looks brighter. And sometimes just stay in bed. You can't be on top of the world every single day. So sometimes just stay in bed, but don't stay for weeks in there. If you have a day where you want to feel sad, if you have a day where you need to do nothing, have a day and don't punish yourself for that. The next thing is reward yourself. Reward yourself for every day that you jump-started the day. And if you succeeded, reward yourself because our brain likes reward. When we work hard and get reward, we feel motivated to work even harder. And plan the rest in your day. As I mentioned, we are human beings, not human doings. So plan time for being. Engage all your senses in the morning. Open your window for the light so you can see. Put on some scent so you can smell, or just open the window so you can smell the fresh air. Listen to the birds singing outside your window. Give yourself a hug and wish yourself a good morning. So do small things of kindness to yourself. Also keep the phone in the other room. So you need to wake up to go there and you will not feel like the first thing that you have to do is to grab your phone and start checking social media. Do what makes you happy, but also what improves the quality of your life. Because in the evening you want your life to be a little bit better than it was in the morning. And I hope this short video was very useful for you, and my mission is accomplished, that I could impact your life a little bit to the positive side. In the workbook you have all the links to my social media, to my website, and also if you need a session, feel free to book it. I'm so happy to be working with you. Thank you for today, and see you. I hope you in the next sessions to come. Have a happy start of your day.